I have just finished playing through Star Ocean: The First Departure R, and it is such a good game. It is such a good game. I love this game. It's such a good JRPG. It's really underrated in my opinion, but it's such a good JRPG. I really love it. Like, it's a really good JRPG. If you got time to play it, buy it because you can get it cheap on the Nintendo eShop because it doesn't have a physical. You can get it cheap on the Nintendo eShop. You can get it on discount. Like sometimes drops down to like £5 on the Nintendo eShop. So buy it if you can because it's such a good game. It's very short. It's only like 15 hours long, 15 20 hours long, depending on how long it takes. But it's such a good game. I love the game. I completed it today, and it's such a good game. Definitely underrated in my opinion, and it has such a good story. The story is absolutely amazing. I loved it. The story is the best part about this. The setting, the cast of characters, perfect. The combat is the weakest part of the game, though. The combat tries to be like Tales of like Tales of Vesperia and Tales of Symphonia, and it doesn't work in my opinion. The combat does not work well. It does not work at all in my opinion. I think they should not have done that in my opinion. Like, it does not work. It's kind of it's alright, but it's not the best. But like, I love the cast of characters. I love the story. Everything. The villain was good. Well, the villain, so to say, was not the best. The main villain, or the final boss of the game was like not really a villain. So it was not really, well, he is a villain, but he's like not really much of a prominent threat to the cast of characters. Like, you only get to really know about him at the very end of the game, basically. In the last few hours, that's when you get to know about the real villain of the game. Because like, there's two villains in the game. One that is it's supposed to be the main villain of the entire game. Then you get like a final villain, and that's the guy that you face in the final battle. And like, I like the final battle because the final battle was tough. I lost against the first time, but then I upgraded. I made new equipment, and I put new skills on my people, and then I went and beat him. I did have to use a lot of resurrection elixirs so I don't die. I had to use those, so it was a tough battle. And then it was a really fun battle. I really liked it. The battles were fun. The combat was just the weakest part of it, which sucks because I love the game. Like, if this, I would give it like an 8 out of 10. I would honestly give it an 8 out of 10, maybe 7 to 8 out of 10. That's not an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 JRPG. It's such a good JRPG. You definitely need to buy it if you want a quick JRPG on the Switch, because it's only 13 to 20 hours, because it took me about 13 to 15 hours to complete. So pick it up and play it. It's amazing. There's not much not much side content in the game. Well, when I played it, there was not much side content. So if you guys want to watch do side content, I don't know if there is any, but you have to look that up for yourself, because I'm done with the game. I completed it, and I'm happy with where I left it. It's such a good game. I didn't really use all the cast characters though. Like, once I got my people, I used those people throughout. Like, I never switched to anything else. Like, literally, I only because you find these people, you find your teammates along the way, and I just stuck with the first ones I came across. Which, when I do play this again, I will probably just use the other cast of characters and use those instead of using the cast of characters that you first received, because I think that would be better, in my opinion. I think that would be better, that would make a different playthrough different and more fun, much more fun that way. So that's what we'll do next time. But it is such a good game. I definitely recommend this game if you want to play a good JRPG on the Switch. Pick it up and play it, because it's such a good game. And I finished it. I'm going to take a screenshot of that so I can save it. But it was such a good game. I'm really glad I played through it. Like, I bought it ages ago, and I put it off for so long. But I'm glad I didn't, because it is such a good JRPG. Such a good JRPG. Definitely worth your time. Pick it up and play on the Switch, because it's worth it. Please pick it up and play it, because it's really good. And if you have played it, please let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below, because I think it was a really good JRPG. It's a top tier JRPG. It's just that the combat sucks. The combat is the worst part about it, in my opinion, because I love the Tales of combat, but the combat in Star Ocean is not the best. And I want to pick up Star Ocean, the second story but I want to see if the combat. I'm going to ask like Reddit and watch video on YouTube videos, see if the combat has gone better before I buy it, because I want to see if the combat gone better, because I like a good story, but if the combat's not good, because you gotta have like good combat and good story at the same time to make a JRPG worth playing, in my opinion. That's what I think. Like they both need to coexist. Like, you can't have just one good story and one bad combat. You need to have both. You need to have like compelling story and a good combat system. That's what I think, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm just hoping that Star Ocean, the second story, has a better combat system. I just really hope it's combat system, because they remade the game from the. It's a remake, so it's remade from the ground up with a HD 2D style from like the Octopath Traveler game. So I'm really looking forward to seeing if the combat in 2 is so much better. I really hope so. But pick up Star Ocean: The First Departure if you haven't, because it's worth the money. But if you don't want to pay, I think it's like £15 in the eShop. You don't pay that much. Wait for a sale because it goes down to like £5. Even you can probably get for £5 less, maybe like £3, maybe, or maybe even £2. I don't know. Buy it because every it's worth every single cent you spend on it because it's such a good game. It is such a good game. I will not stop talking about how good it is because it's such a good game. It's probably in my top 10 JRPGs. After playing for this, I would say it's a top 10 JRPG just because of the story. The story is absolutely amazing and it's worth every single second I played on it. Like, I want to replay again, but I'm going to give it like time before I replay again because like the story is still fresh in my mind. So I'm going to give it time and wait probably wait maybe next year or something, then replay it again because it's such a good game. Like, it's very short, but you can get through quite quickly. You can get through quite quickly. I just hope there's a New Game Plus so I can play on New Game Plus with all the equipment, or maybe I'll start just from the start again. Because the one thing I hate is like when you lose a battle, you have to if you lose a battle and you haven't saved in a while, you have to go through. You can't. There's no skip option for the cutscenes or the text, which sucks. Literally, I forgot to save so many times, and I had to go back and backtrack so much, which was irritating. But it's my own fault because I didn't save. Like, the only parts we can save is when you find a save point or when you're in the open world. Every other instance you cannot save. Like, you cannot save at inns or anything. You cannot save at towns. You have to save in the open world, which I think sucks. That's also one thing I hate. Like, you have to save in open worlds. Like, why did the developers create that? Like, they should have implemented somewhere you can save in towns and stuff, and not just in the open world. Because like, let's see, before I went to face the first final boss, but not the final boss. The final boss. I literally saved outside of the town which gets you to the place where you have to go because you have to go on a boat to get to the place where you have to go. Saved there first, and then went to go to the area in case I lost. That's why I was scared of. Like if I lost all that, I would have to do all that again because like I got there so far and I didn't want to lose my progress, because if you lose your progress, sometimes if you don't save often, you can go back so far. So I say, when you pick this game, like, save often. Even the random encounters can be dealt, because there's some random encounters in the ice biome in the game which can petrify you, turn you into stone. And if all your team is turned into stone, you are screwed. Especially if you don't have any stone cure. So be prepared. Just be prepared for those instances. It's such a good game, though. I definitely recommend the game. So pick it up and play it because it's worth it. It's worth every single money you can get, especially if you can get it for cheap. Buy it with it. I hope it gets a physical, but it doesn't have a physical at the moment, which sucks. If I do find a physical, I will let you guys know in the comment section below, but so far there's no physical. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. See ya. Bye.